Okay, go.
What can you offer to us that others cannot?
I can offer you a very organized way of doing things. I often, when I'm working on something, I'm very focused on it and I want it to be the best thing it can possibly be. When it comes to cakes and decorating or my baked goods, um, it's very important to me to work through just making it every little step along the way, every little detail is very purposely put in there, and it is brought to life, and then that final product is comes forth. And so, what I can bring to you is a dedication to fine baked goods and just the best products possible.
What irritates you about other people, and how do you handle it?
It irritates me when people are super unorganized, when they will like have their stuff spread out everywhere and they don't really have a rhyme or reason to what they're doing. You can tell they're super scatterbrained. That drives me nuts. I cannot stand it. If they're and especially if they mess up my area. If something I work with regularly is not put together properly or disorganized or just kind of thrown in there, it definitely upsets me a lot. I often try to fix these things. Maybe if it just frustrates me the first couple times, I'll just fix it myself. But if it becomes an issue, I'll bring it up to the person and let them know that it does bother me.
Talking about disappointments and problems, can you describe a situation in which your work was criticized?
There was one time that a couple times, but this one in particular that was criticized. It was during my freshman year in the baking and pastry program at UAF, and it was in the introduction to baking class. And the woman who taught the class, um, she really made sure that I did the very best I could do because I was the only person in the class that was actually majoring in bakery. And so uh, when when I was making a bar, she had like different granola bar things, and I was creaming the butter, and I creamed the amount that I thought was good. It looked nice, creamy. And then I add the eggs, and she comes over and she looks at my bowl and she gets very upset at me, and she starts saying things like, you should know better. You should know that you're supposed to cream the butter longer. I don't think you deserve to be in this program. And basically saying that I should just walk out the door because I'm not worth it because I didn't cream the butter properly. I was a little put back by that, but I kept working anyway because I knew I could move past it. Then later on that day, I was asking her what pan to use because the sizings were weird, and she told me to get a quarter pan. And I assumed a quarter of a hotel pan, which another teacher had said, but she was referring to a quarter of a sheet pan, which is significantly larger. So when I brought her a quarter of a hotel pan, she again told me that I just needed to not be there and that we need to start talking about if I should even be there at all. But then later on for my midterm, I ended up doing one of the best products, and she changed her mind.
So, how would you go about establishing your credibility with a team then?
I would work together with them very well. Um, I mean, even if someone may not like me or for some reason is really rude, I try to be very cordial to them. My first and foremost thing that is important to me is to be able to get the product done and make sure the customer is happy and be able to work in a group that can work well together so that we are working cohesively.
So, how do you envision your role in the position contributing to the overall mission of our organization?
I think as an overall, I think that I can help in the organization by just generally encouraging timely behavior, making sure we all understand to get things done on time in an orderly fashion, but also fun. I mean, I wouldn't push it because I'm not in charge, but I know that I would focus, and hopefully that would be an encouragement to others to do it so that we can get things done on time and not waste money and make sure customers are happy. Because that's really the end goal of what this establishment is for, is to please customers and for us hopefully not to get upset at each other while we're at it. So
So, if you could choose any superhero power, what would it be and why?
I would probably choose the ability to not have to sleep because then I have more time in the day to get things done, or the ability to stop time. Either one works. Thank you very much for your time. Bye.
450